Today on the channel, it's true with the WCW WWE Monday Night Wars Walmart exclusive Ultimate Edition, Kurt Angle.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WCW WWE Walmart exclusive Monday Night Wars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, you better grab yourself a cold glass of milk because we're diving into the Ultimate Edition Kurt Angle. But for all your Kurt Angle needs, probably Walmart right now, but for everything else under the sun, hit up Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do some comparisons later on in this video here. And we continue getting Kurt Angle figures, which I think most of us are here for. I do like that we are getting Kurt with hair. Hair editions, early on Kurt Angle figures. I like that we're getting those, but I like the bald wrestling machine ones as well. Hopefully we get some more of those. I'd like to go kind of back and forth if they could. We'll see what 2026 brings to us for Kurt Angle. But we've got a few Kurts as of late. And like I said, we'll do some comparisons later on in this video here. But let's dive into Kurt, see what's going on, see if it really is true. Now, this one I found at my local Walmart. They had 4 of these on the shelf, I believe. Shipping in sets of 4 or packs of 4, more like it. So your mileage may vary, but I think this will be pretty easy to find. I don't know if your Walmarts are like me. Swimming in Lex Luger's, swimming in Austin's, starting to swim in Scott Steiner's, possibly swimming in Kurt Angle's very soon. So hopefully the holidays clear up some of that stuff, and we'll see where it goes in the future. But Kurt looking pretty good here. A lot going on with Kurt. You get the extra hands, extra head, you get the medals, you get the title belts. Oh boy, watch out for that. Kurt Angle, of course, packaging, Ultimate Edition, big window box, perfect for an autograph if that's your thing. There's all that young whippersnapper Kurt, fresh off the Olympics, fresh off of being a weatherman, all that kind of fun stuff. Scratch logo up there, looking nice. Kurt Angle over here, Monday Night Wars once again. Get the tail of the tape, get the blurb, you get the glamour shot of the action figure, get the glamour shot of the man. A little twofer right there. What's it say about Kurt Angle? Well, height, 6 feet tall. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is what he calls home. Finisher, the old Angle Slam, career highlights, WWE champion, Hall of Famer as we know as well. It says, No Way Out 2000 was a good night for Kurt Angle. The reigning European champion won the Intercontinental Championship to become a double champion. Euro-Continental champion, if I'm not mistaken. The next night on Raw, Angle flaunted the 2 titles alongside his gold medals, proving that thanks to the 3 I's, intensity, integrity, and intelligence, he is the only true champion in WWE. Oh, it's true! It's true. And I used the 3 I's one time on a chick in high school, and it worked out pretty well for me. So shout out to the 3 I's, shout out to Kurt Angle. It's true, as they say. Intensity, integrity, and intelligence on the side. We always get those little Easter eggs. I'm always here for that. I'm always here for a little Easter egg, especially Easter season. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison time for old Kurt Angle, and he's got twist ties for days. He's locked up. He's a dangerous individual, that Kurt Angle. They got to have him locked down pretty tough here. They even locked down his medals, which makes sense. You know, those gold medals, they're worth some money. We always hear those athletes pawning their gold medals, melting their gold medals down. Wild to think, but I guess desperate times call for desperate measures, and if you need some money, I guess that's what you got to do. Even if you're an Olympian, if you don't have any sponsor money coming in or anything like that, you got to do what you got to do to get by and survive. We got 2 title belts here, a lot of pack out with this one, and a lot of hands for this Kurt Angle. I'm here for that as well. The hands give so much extra personality to these figures, and man, if you're a hardcore Kurt Angle fan, if Kurt Angle's your favorite wrestler, I fully expect you should have 4 of these in your collection. Or are you a Kurt Angle fan at that point? That's what I'm saying. Play the long game, get a deal, do what you got to do, buy loose ones, but see you later, goodbye. You got to get a mint on card one, of course. 3 heads, use different heads, different hands, different belts. Writes itself at this point, folks. But let's dive into old Kurt right here. Let's start off with some of the accessories going on. And I guess we'll start with his 2 gold medals. We've had different medals over the years from multiple companies, but we do get the most out of our molds with these 2 gold medals. Makes sense. A hallmark of Kurt Angle. We also get the European Championship, looking very good. You know, the European title, a lot of people didn't like back in the day. I always liked it. It was another title, almost kind of felt like the TV title in some ways. That's kind of where I classified it. It wasn't quite the US title or WCW title over on the other channel, of course, WCW, but I always thought of it as WWF's kind of version of the TV title, another mid-card title lower down there. That's what I thought, at least. Bring it back, that's what I say. Looking good there, though, no problems with that. And then we got the Intercontinental title, and I know I've said it before, a whole generation of kids out there, this is their Intercontinental title. Not quite my Intercontinental title, but still very memorable. I'll never forget this title. Does look good all the time. It's just not as classic as the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, and so on Intercontinental titles. Continue on, we got those deep gripping hands here. Now, it almost feels like this is made for if he had 2 big jugs of milk or something. You know, he's going to do the milk bash or whatever, because he's got the deep sea grip hands. Not sure exactly why this is with this figure. If they just threw it in, I'm not exactly sure. Or he's going to do that stupid love sign that people do all the time. I don't know if Taylor Swift started that. Was that Todd McFarlane? You're the Taylor Swift resident expert, at least down here right now. My kids and wife are gone, so I'm going to defer to Mr. McFarlane from the couch. Oh, and Todd's giving me one of these. He wants me to lock it in there. I've never locked it in. I'm not going to start with you either. So the more you know, folks, the more you know. We do get Fist of Fury, and we do get the pointer fingers here. What you going to do, brother? That's what he's going to say. And we got those pointer finger hands or celebration hands, whatever you want them to be. Choose your own hand adventure. And then we got traditional C grips out of the package as well. So playing a lot of hits with this Kurt Angle, a lot of different ways to go to market. And the biggest way to go to market is going to be in the head sculpt department here. Right out of the gate, we got a good looking Kurt. I like the looks of this here. Got those beautiful chompers looking nice. Bright blue eyes, smiling face, got a haircut you could set my grandma's watch to. I'm saying it right here, my grandma would love this. I always tell the story about my grandma. I'd bring my wrestlers when I was a kid, and she'd say, this guy could come in the house, or this guy would have to leave the house. Kurt Angle be waltzing right into that house. She'd let him sit on the couch. I'm going to make him some pie. My grandma would be all about the Kurt Angle here. Looking very good here. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth, playing those hits. Now the second head, a little bit more stoic, a little bit more stern, maybe Kurt just listening in, but a nice modern day, just plain Jane Kurt Angle from the time period here. No real expression on the face there, but a good looking head, of course. And then last, but certainly not least, we got the screaming, yelling head on his way to being a wrestling machine one day. We got the big open mouth there looking good. I don't have any problems with that one. Nice teeth, even a little bit of tongue. Everybody loves a little tongue from Kurt Angle, I think. Looking nice. So we get 3 haired head sculpts for Kurt Angle. I'm here for that. But now we're diving into the rest of the figure, and outside of the head, looks like an Olympic wrestler body is what it looks like to me. It looks like your standard wrestling. Maybe you wrestled in high school. Who knows? Maybe you wrestled in the Olympics like Kurt Angle. Grab a head sculpt, put it on here. You got your own wrestling figure. Looking very nice. Got a singlet there with all the Americas all over it. You got the stars, the stripes. You got USA on the back, looking very good. It is Kurt Angle here. True wrestling singlet, looking very nice. You do get the blue knee pads down here. He's got those big oversized knee pads. Little dashes of white on the back in the paint. And then you got the white boots on Kurt Angle here, looking very nice. Up at the top, you got 2 elbow pads in red. And then you got, I guess we'll call them forearm sleeve, I don't know, paint, sleeve, tape, I guess more sleeve over here. Underneath that one, nothing on this side. We talked about gripping hands out of the package here. I do got quite a few dings on the paint here. I got a little extra white on the lips and the chin. I don't know if that's leftover milk or what that could be. What, Todd? Not saying that on this video here, that's for sure. Got a little scratch right there in the chest. On the back, I got a little bit of scratches on the back as well. So a little bit sloppy in the paint department on this one. As we usually say with all those issues, your mileage may vary. We know how that goes. We got that classic Kurt Angle tattoo up there on the top as well. Can't leave that out of the mix. Arms should be removable just like the head. It is, of course, the Ultimates. You can plug and play if you want to. Now, it has got the butterfly shoulders, arms all the way around for us, bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows, playing all the hits, hands removable back forth, side to side. Head removable back forth, side to side, looking good. Nice thing about these 3 heads, if you have any other haired Kurt Angles, you can mix and match the heads if you want to with the removable head on this one. You got the dumbbell hula hoop up top, waist articulation there, looking very good. You got some splits going on here, drop down hips if you need it, G.I. Joe style. Leg goes up for that big boot. No Vietnam problems here, that's for sure. Thigh cut, nicely hidden in there in the singlet. Double jointed pinless knees, I'm assuming here. Yes, they are. Very big knee pads on here. Not everybody loves these big oversized knee pads, I do know. Boot cut right there. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. And the toe articulation. You know we're playing all those toe articulation hits right here. With Kurt Angle, it's true. It is true. A fun version of Kurt. I don't know if this is my favorite Mattel Kurt Angle figure ever. The last one we got in the Defining Moments is pretty tough to beat with the 3 different heads and the wig and the bald head, the shaving cream. A lot to like about that one. But if you're an Ultimate collector, this is definitely a must-have. And I honestly wouldn't be shocked for more Kurt Angle Ultimates in the future. I could see that happening as well. But this one, pretty nice, all things considered. Now, it looks like the prices went up. This is like $38 and change now, which... man, oh man, prices and where our mind is have not kind of leveled to each other yet. So it seems a little bit expensive to me, but everything seems expensive in this day and age. It kind of seems like, but we got a couple of Kurt Angles here. This is the last version, the Defining Moments version of Kurt. So we do get that going on. We do get the Legends Edition Kurt, which is a nice figure as well. We're doing haired Kurts here. No bald Kurts here today. And then we do got the, what is it, Entrance Great Once Upon a Time, which is very similar to this one, but a little bit different, but a fabulous figure from Once Upon a Time. Love that Entrance Great. And was that his first Elite, if I'm not mistaken, as well? Once Upon a Time, once again. And then we can go all the way back to the Jakks days. Who else goes back to the Jakks days? Nobody but me, I don't think. But we do got one very similar along the way from Jakks, Once Upon a Time, a lifetime ago in a lot of people's collections, mine included. But not a bad Murder's Row of haired Kurt Angles here with the latest Ultimate Edition. Once again, a Walmart exclusive. Be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Any gripes from you? My biggest gripe is probably the sloppy paint job on this one here. But besides that, it is a good go-to-market strategy, Kurt Angle. This is pretty much what you think of from this time frame. So a very good figure. Your mileage may vary on the quality issues, as I always say. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel. You can also head over to YouTube channel memberships if that is your thing. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which conveniently enough is the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found. So for Ultimate Edition Kurt Angle, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
See you later!